Can I tell you the worst thing that's ever happened to me? Well, one day I won the lottery and then I lost my ticket.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was holidays.
Worst thing that ever happened to me, my unicorn grew 24 horns.
Do you want to know what the worst thing that happened to me? Well, my sister flushed my pet rabbit down the toilet because it always ate her carrots.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was I blew a balloon up and I treasured it, but then it popped.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was when my brother kicked my soccer ball over the neighbour's fence.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me is when I was outside and it started raining.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me was when I ordered a large Boost juice, but they gave me a medium size.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was that my girlfriend mistook me for Godzilla.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me was I was playing football and I dropped the ball.
You want to know the worst thing that ever happened to me? Mum took me shopping with her.
You'll never guess what the worst thing that ever happened to me was. I did my homework and then my pet goldfish ate it.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was I went on holidays and the house had no Wi-Fi.
The worst thing that happened to me was I got an ice cream once and it was my favourite flavour and my sister made it disappear. The worst thing that ever happened to me was it was such a hot day and I jumped in the inflatable pool and it popped. I was lying on the grass.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me was when I was on Build Your Unicorn and it started buffering. I still have nightmares.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me was when my friend said he'd come at 1 and he never came.
It's 101!
The worst thing that happened to me was when I got Ebola. It was Mitchell Johnson.
Worst thing that happened to me, my sister stole my nose and she wouldn't give it back.
Do you want to know what the worst thing that ever happened to me? I was playing my Nintendo and then the battery ran out.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was I ate steak and I'm a vegetarian.